What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 84 of the Road to Glory career mode. This is the final piece of gameplay from the series that you're going to be seeing. It's the entire European Championships played out with England, of course. Depending on how far we go is depending on what you will see in today's video. So without spoilers, we could go all the way to the final, or we could get knocked out before that. You'll be seeing the games as they pop up on your screen. But of course, we're guaranteed 3 group stage games before we even jump into knockout football. And you're going to see those pop up on your screen as we go through the highlights. But I will say this, as I didn't want the video to be too long, we've got, potentially 7-8 games to come here. I'm only going to be showing you the vitally important bits of the games of whichever ones you're likely to see. So, of course, that will begin now. And we took on Czech Republic for the first game. In our group is Czech Republic, Portugal, and Spain. So, a difficult European group there. But as it is the European Championships, the likelihood is you're always going to get quite a tough group stage. But there you go. So, Czech Republic were our first opponents. They scored an own goal after we put a cross in, and Dele Alli was the man to send the shot goal bound. It was initially saved, and then the rebound all blocked, and then the rebound ended up going in. So, really unfortunate way to concede the opening goal, but we kept the pressure on them, trying to find another one, and all throughout this, we were dominant, as we have been with the Cruise side, and we got a second goal through Michael Keane sliding in at the back post. Quite a funny goal, actually, to go in, because Michael Keane, centre-back, obviously, he scored a couple of goals in the group stage. I'm not going to lie to you guys, he did pretty well in terms of his group stage performances. And then we capped off a very, very good performance in the opening group stage game with a Ruben Loftus-Cheek header with 15 minutes to go on the clock. A really, really good performance. And overall, just a good way to start off the competition. You know, we are the world champions going into this competition. We'd already won the World Cup of 2022. Now it's about trying to win this before we end off the series in 2024. So if that's anything to go by, we do have, or you could say, we are the favourites going into this one. Although I wouldn't like to say that, because obviously I don't like building myself up for failure. But given the circumstances, you could say that we are the definite favourites going into it. And that was the end of game number 1 then. So a 3-0 win against Czech Republic lines us up nicely to take the top spot in the group stage. Portugal and Spain playing that one out. We don't know how that was finished. So I didn't know whether or not we needed to beat Portugal quite convincingly here, or if we could afford a draw against them. Obviously, Portugal and Spain are 2 very, very tough opponents. They've got some good players. We all know about Da Costa, who's currently playing his trade for Alexandria, of course, spent the season there. And we know the capabilities he's got. And it just so happened he would score Portugal's opener. Of course he would. You know, why did it have to be him? Oh, it's so annoying when your current player scores against you. And what was weird as well, or what was quite fun to see, is the amount of current and ex-Alexandria players that were on show at these European Championships. There was a whole bunch of them. You got Da Costa in this game here. You know, a lot of these players. We've got Jay Green playing for England, who doesn't play his trade at Crewe anymore. But yeah, we've got quite a few different players from different nations who have represented Crewe at some point in the series. Luckily, though, we weren't behind for too long because Raheem Sterling got us a goal back pretty quickly after we went 1-0 down. A good finishing towards the bottom corner. And he needs to step up this tournament, it really does. Like, we need Raheem Sterling to play well if we are to really get a second major international competition win. So it's nice to see him on the score sheet. And if he can do it again, that would be fantastic. And Rashford, a little bit lucky here to keep hold of the ball, not going to lie to you guys. And then it was just about trying to find a pass through, which eventually we caught Portugal on the counter here. And Sterling doubled the advantage, finding a second for himself and putting us in the lead for the first time in the game. So after falling a goal to 0 down, the reaction was perfect. We got ourselves in front. We did everything we could. And luckily, we took the lead during the match. So yeah, we need to hold on to it, though. We know Da Costa's already scored 1. He's probably going to get another 2 or 3 chances by the end of this game, and he'll likely score another one if we're not careful. But Michael Keane, why not just play up front, mate? Honestly, you're having an unbelievable start to this European Championship. Scored last time against Czech Republic with your feet, and now you're banging in a volley from the middle of the box. Why not just go up front? You know what I'm saying? We're going to put Michael Keane up front, I think, because clearly he shouldn't be a centre-back. Clearly he's actually a striker, and he's just playing centre-back for a bit of fun, because look at this for a finish. I mean, that technique is not easy, right? I know the finish isn't quite fully in the corner, but to even keep the volley down and not send that sky high, I had to give him major props for it. So, massively well done to Michael Keane. We then made a change because Sterling picked up an injury, so it forced him off, to which Reece Nelson came on, and he got on the score sheet to make it England 4, Portugal 1. Now, obviously, with me only showing you the more important highlights, I don't show you every single chance. Portugal didn't really create lots, but they did have a couple of opportunities. We had a few more as well. Not really finding the back of the net with them until Dele Alli, with 16 minutes to go, smashed one in from the edge of the area to make it 5-1. Yeah, we fell a goal to nil down. We came back and ended up taking a 5-1 lead. Brilliant performance from the boys, I have to say that, because honestly, when I went 1-0 down, I was kind of fearing it. I was like, this is going to be interesting indeed. If we already 1-0 down now, if we concede a second potentially, this could be quite the thumping. But we didn't. We reacted good, and we came back and was able to get a 5-1 win. Ending off the game, making sure that we do keep our winning start to the group stage here. And with that, we now have 6 points, meaning we only have to draw against Spain to be guaranteed a position in the next round. As what was funny is Da Costa's opening goal there. I don't know if you saw that on that replay. It came from a Portugal shot that smacked someone square in the face for us defensively, and then bounced through for Da Costa. I just found it pretty funny. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yeah, and we were lucky to actually get the win. But there you go, 5-1. Now we took on Spain for the final group stage game, knowing that, as I said, a draw would send us through to that knockout round of the European Championships. I named a changed around side-ish for the game. Quite a few people coming in for the first time during these European Championships. A few people missing out as well. Reece Nelson, by the way, 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed, the quickest player on the pitch. Let's see if he can use his pace. But it actually wasn't him who started off the game well. Ben Brereton spent a season at Crew this year in this year's Road to Glory save, and he was prolific in the series. He went for big money. He joined Hoffenheim, I think it was, in Germany in the end. Another one of the ex-Crew players on show. He opened up the scoring for us. David De Gea is a difficult goalkeeper to beat, but if you can beat him, it usually has to be something pretty spectacular, and this really wasn't that. He just ran through and then kind of scuffed the shot past him. So can't really complain at that. We took the lead at least, and that is the way it goes. Loftus-Cheek finding Nelson. Nelson's delivery towards the back post. Tammy Abraham gets on the end of it. De Gea pulls off a great save, saving that one onto the woodwork, because I tell you what, not a lot of goalkeepers would have kept that one out there from Tammy Abraham, so you've got to say good goalkeeping in the end. But then he got his goal, and if you thought the Costas was funny, well, we take a shot here, pot shot, a goal. It was going wide, the defender blocked it, it fell to Tammy Abraham. He's like, thank you very much, let me just tap that home, mate. There we go. I felt so bad, I really did. David De Gea did not deserve to concede a goal like that. That was a really, really unfortunate way to concede. And unfortunately for him, it's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. The ball falls like that, and occasions it's happened to me against me, and it really is frustrating when it does happen. But anyways, there's not what you can do against it. We managed to go 3-0 in front though. Ruben Loftus-Cheek with the latest of the goals as we were completing another route here. All the group stage games were basically routes at this point. We were on fire. Going forward, I honestly felt so confident. I don't know what it was. We just had so much quality going forward that I knew we'd score. The problem was, would we be able to defend? You know, when it comes to the later stages and it's knockout football, it's one thing coming back from a 1-0 defeat in a group stage game, knowing that you still have another game to come even after that. But if we fall 1-0 down in, let's say, the semi-final, have we got the mental strength to come back and win the game? That's the problem here. So we got out of the group stage, we won the group stage, we faced Italy in the quarterfinals now that you're seeing right on your screen. Back to a pretty much full-strength lineup. Unfortunately, Raheem Sterling did pick up an injury, which meant he was forced out of this game here, but there's not you can do against that. You just have to hope that Reece Nelson can come in and fill his boots. Although he did score a couple of goals for us, Sterling, Nelson also has been effective. So Italy are the opponents. I generally don't like playing against Italy. We don't have the greatest record, and me personally, I hate playing against them. Sometimes they're so good when it comes to being defending. The Italians are renowned for their defending. Donnarumma as well, of course, we know about him. He's currently our #1 at Crew, but he actually didn't start off the game brilliantly because he took the lead inside 18 minutes. Dele Alli with the finish after we've cut back the ball. I've got to admit, the cut back from Rashford wasn't actually meant for Dele Alli. It was actually meant for Harry Kane in the middle, but he just kind of went through, and then Dele Alli was able to put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm not going to complain. It went in. At this point, though, Harry Kane actually hadn't scored a goal in the entirety of the European Championships. But as I'm saying that, scratch that off the list. If you're playing bingo at home, Harry Kane's got his goal. There you go. The top scorer of the current World Cup in real life eventually got off the mark in the European Championships. It took him until the quarter-final to even get his goal, but at least he's popped up when we needed him to. Reece Nelson, the creator, dinking it towards the back stick. And there was Harry Kane arriving on it to make it 2-0. And Italy really didn't provide much of a threat going forward. We were able to, defend against a lot of what they could throw at us. And we ultimately came away with the clean sheet and the 2-0 win. As I said, going forward, when we're doing work and when we actually score first, generally speaking, I do very well in the game. It's in knockout football, like Champions League football in certain series is, as you've seen it down the line, where as soon as I concede and have to come back from that goal, not always able to do it. So if we do fall back and a goal to 0 down, That's where my worry is. But into the semi-finals we go. We face a Netherlands side that I was quite surprised that actually got here in the European Championships. They'd actually got here, and on the other side of that, it was France and Germany playing out the other semi-final. And France actually won it by 2-0. So whoever won this game here between us and the Netherlands would have France awaiting them in that final. Of course, the current world champions in real life. So that's going to be a tough game for whoever does get through in that one. We piled the pressure on the Netherlands early stages, as we had done throughout the entirety of the competition. But we didn't actually have an early goal until the 30th minute, when we actually eventually were able to put the ball in towards the middle. And Harry Kane rose to get his second in as many games. Didn't score throughout the group stage, but at least he's come good when we needed him to in the knockout football. Cross in. Gets there ahead of his man. Not great goalkeeping, you can say that, but at least we did actually put the ball in. And into the second half we go. A nice ball through here towards Nelson, who finds the overlapping run of Gomez. His delivery, completely unmarked, was Marcus Rashford. Brought it down, finished it off with the right foot. It was too easy. Really, really was too easy. You've got to say Netherlands defensively there, nowhere near as good as they need to be. This is a semi-final at the end of the day. They have to be better than that. So with that goal going in again, I felt pretty confident we'd be able to defend this one out and get ourselves through to the final of the European Championships, and that is exactly what happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time in this Road to Glory series of 2018 in FIFA, of course there'll be a return of it for FIFA 19, which comes out in 14 days, but for the final time, we're going to see ourselves play in another final. Enjoy the European Championships final, England versus France. Leave your comments down below about your prediction just before we go into game. Until then, though, we'll jump into live commentary. So then, here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final game that we're going to be playing of this series, the Road to Glory career mode this year. Obviously, thank you for all of your support over the course of the year. It's been sensational. Raheem Sterling looks like he's back fit and ready for the game, so I'm going to move him onto the bench. Might have to start, actually, because Reece Nelson's looking a little bit worse for wear. But we're about to go into game then. It's about to be the European Championships final. We're going to have to swap around the team slightly, as we do have a few fitness issues, and I want to make sure that players are available and are fully fit for the game as well. Other than that, that's the changes we're going to make. So Raheem Sterling looks like he's going to start with that little knock that he's got, but hopefully it won't affect him too much. France, the opponents for this last game of the series. Are we going to end it off on a high? We've done well to get here. We've dominated most of the games and played very well throughout. Obviously, France are a difficult side. I know that. You guys know that. But without further ado, the European Championships final and the final game of this Road to Glory career mode for FIFA 17 is about to get underway. Of course, there's still one more episode to come after this, which will be rounding the entire series up and such. But don't worry, guys, because we're not that much away from FIFA 19 now. It's coming up next then, as you can see right here. Why is Dele Alli the captain? I don't actually know. I didn't set that, so game's taken over for me there and set him as the captain, which is a bit annoying, because if we win it now, it means he's going to be lifting the trophy. But there we go. France versus England at the East Point Arena. Not even a real stadium, is it? But there you go. As I said, FIFA 19, not too long away now. As I'm recording this, it will be 14 days. Apparently, the EA Access is going to give it to us on the 20th of September. So 14 days from this video going out should be when you're probably going to see the first episode of something on the channel. Don't know when that's going to be. Whether or not that's going to be my player career mode, whatever it's going to be. I have got a video coming out soon that's going to cover about my FIFA 19 plans and all that such. So do stick around and take a look at that when it comes on. But without further ado, it's time to play the European Championships final. Without sounding harsh, I'm not really bothered about the anthem. So let's just get the game underway. France taking on England, of course. The World Cup 2018 real winners in France are taking on England, who were the current World Cup holders in this series. We, of course, won it in 2022, was it? This is 2024 now. So, big boots to fill. We've never won the European Championships with this England team, as I've already ran that ball out of play with Marcus Rashford. What a great start that is. Bit of defending to do on this right-hand side, and I've got to do it well. As Paul Pogba, the top scorer so far in the competition. He's going to be looking for goals today, but we've done well enough to get the ball back. And now we need to play our way out. Here is Davis to Rashford. Rashford to Kane. Sterling back in the team, as I said, today. Does have that little bit of a knock, so we don't want to risk him too much. So I might have to think about changing him around about half-time. But he scored twice in one of the games, so he's capable of good things. Mbappe, of course, belongs to me at Crew. I know what he's capable of. The amount of ex and current Crew players that are in this World Cup, it's pretty ridiculous. Mbappe, chance! Green saves, we clear away. That was the first chance that Mbappe's had. And he sent it goal-bound, and Jay Green has saved it. This is one of the occasions where we don't want Mbappe to score against green. Whereas, of course, previously in that Champions League final, I was hoping for it. He has a good record, actually, against Jay Green, I do believe, Kylian Mbappe. So it doesn't bode well for us. Here's Chilwell to Davies, in towards Ali. Ali towards Winks. Now we've got Holgate on the right-hand side. Holgate, Sterling is free. Raheem Sterling in the middle. Still Raheem Sterling gets the shot away as well. Rafael Varane, though, stands tall and lets it go off him for a corner kick. Which Raheem Sterling, again, is going to be the man to try and put this in. He does it! Ooh, and Umtiti and the goalkeeper there. Bit of a mix-up in communication because they both went for the same ball. Look at the run being made by Mbappe if Pogba can use him. Instead goes back. That's a poor tackle from Tom Davies. I'm not even going to deny that. That was horrific from Davies. As now here come France. Anthony Martial on the left. Another one of the Spurs players we faced in that Champions League final. Cuts inside towards the middle. Holgate and Mason between them get it away. Oh, sorry, Mawson. Alfie Mawson, that is. Get it away. Quite a few Spurs players in this France lineup, especially with Jay Green. Pogba should have been 1-0 France. I have not started this game off well at all, and neither have the rest of the players in this England setup. But I tell you what, Pogba is the top scorer of the European Championships currently, and he should have added another one there. Big chance. Here is Winks to Davies. Chilwell on the overlap here on the left-hand side. Ben Chilwell finds Rashford, who can now get in towards the penalty area. Marcus Rashford across the face of goal, and Rafael Varane away. Again, that delivery from the wide area needs to be good if we're going to get success down it this today. Unfortunately, it wasn't great there. As Winks and Ali do pretty well between the two of them. Dele Alli towards Davies. Not my intended pass. It was supposed to be for Harry Kane, who didn't get anywhere near it. And now France will win it back. But luckily, Dele Alli steps in to win the ball for us. I've got to say, Harry Kane hasn't done a lot in this European Championships. It took a while for him to even get his first goal. As again, a misplaced pass from Harry Kane. But oh my goodness. Dele Alli wins it back and Kane just stands there. What are you doing? Come on, Harry. Uh-oh. Mbappe and Green. Woo! I don't know what's happening right now. I just can't seem to defend the pace that France have got as the ball goes out towards the edge of the area. Now towards Dembele. Mawson steps in. That should be an England ball. It's offside. Umtiti, it is given. We need to wake up, man. We've been shocking this early half here. And it's actually nearly half-time as I'm saying that. Rashford towards Ali again. Maybe the formation needs to be changed as Raheem Sterling is found. Towards Rashford again. Chilwell is still up there. And he's found him, Rashford. Where's the man in the middle? Where's Harry Kane? Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? Like, there was nobody to even aim for with that ball there in the middle. Harry Kane was that man that I was looking for. And Holgate's giving it away looking for Dele Alli. Kane, you're having a shocker this first half, mate. And there is the half-time whistle then. Not a lot for us to really shout home about. We've been pretty poor in the first 45. Whereas France have missed some big opportunities there. I'm actually going to make a change. Harry Kane is beginning to frustrate me slightly. So Tammy Abraham's going to come on for him. He's got the pace. He's got the height. He's got the power. Has he got the finish? We need to get a chance, though, for him to even have a look at that. So Harry Kane off. Tammy Abraham on, the only change thus far for England. Hoping it's going to be one that'll actually help us out. All right, extra time it's going to be then. France and England have fought out for 90 minutes. Nobody has managed to find the back of the net yet. It's been a very poor game, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Very, very poor. Last change then, Loftus-Cheek on, Tom Davies off. A bit of physicality in the midfield hopefully might work out in our favour. I'm not so sure about it though. Got to say, I am worried about this attack from France. The pace they've got is ridiculous. Defensively, they're so strong as well. So we need to try and find a clear-cut chance, which we are yet to do in the game as Tammy Abraham wins that ball back and we do have control. But as I said, we haven't even yet had like a clear-cut one-on-one chance, which we need to find. This might be a first opportunity to find one. Here is Loftus-Cheek turning away. Still Ruben Loftus-Cheek and still gets the shot away, but the finish was absolutely appalling. Ruben, you scored it for us in a previous game and that shot was good. How have you got that one that wrong? Tammy Abraham should have won that header, and he does. Oh, my goodness me. Touch from Tolisso. Might send Reece Nelson in. Nelson to win it. Oh, Reece Nelson's put it wide. That's why I let him go at Crewe. I didn't keep hold of Reece Nelson for an exact reason, and that was it. In big games, when you needed him to finish a chance, he just wouldn't do it. Oh, Reece. Reece Nelson. That was a clear-cut chance that I was speaking of, and he wasted it. Here is Ali on the edge of the Friends penalty area. Chilwell towards Rashford. Oh, wait a minute. No offside flag going up? Apparently not from the referee. I honestly thought that offside flag was going to go up there, but nothing actually given us. Oh, how are we giving the ball away there? No, Mbappe's got a man over. This is going to be France 1. Dembele's in. Dembele, backwards he goes towards Dembele. Two Dembele's. Chilwell, clear it, mate. Don't dilly-dally with the ball there. We've got it away. It's half-time. But we gave the ball away through Winks, trying to find Ali up in France's half. And it nearly cost us. I can't handle penalties, guys. I really can't. So we need to find a winner. Come on, boys. Wait, what a ball that is. Reece Nelson! Nelson's done it! Get in there! Inside the second half of extra time here. I may have just been slating him for saying how bad he is at finishing. But Reece Nelson has put us 1-0 in front, and it's come from absolutely nothing. I've got to say, my sprint button on my controller was sticking there, and I was a little bit worried that it was just going to continue running. But what a ball that was. Was it Harry Winks with a pass-through? Tell you what. I'll take it all back. You giving the ball away at the first half of extra time. No worries, mate. You've just set up the goal that may well win us this European Championships. So, I'll take it all back. But we have to remain calm and we have to remain composed because that is... Yeah, there's still 12 minutes to go, you know, and anything is possible from here on out. France are going to throw the kitchen sink at us now, so we really have to defend well. Here goes Tammy Abraham. Looking to just run at this France backline. He's past Pogba. He's driving in towards the area. Still Abraham. And still Abraham. And still Abraham gets a shot away. And Tammy Abraham has sent England into celebration mode. France 0. England 2. He ran it the entire way before smashing it in. Alban Lafont gets a touch on it, but it's not enough. And that one might just be the winning goal for this European Championships. I've got to give commiserations to France. They've defended brilliantly throughout, but then, when it's mattered most in the second half of extra time, we have hit them with two very, very quick goals. Tammy Abraham, what a strike it was, putting all sorts of power behind it. That's why I brought him on for Harry Kane. Kane wouldn't have had the pace and the power to be able to run like Tammy Abraham did there. And he would have had the finish, but at the moment, I needed the pace up there. And it's worked out, that change. So, England 2, France 0. We still have to defend, though, because there's still time. As Dembele towards Martial. He's in. Oh, Jay Green very nearly pulls off an unbelievable save. It's a goal back for France, though. And this game has just all of a sudden turned on completely. Look how many bodies we've got back. We've got to do better there. But look, Jay Green is so, so close. Pushing it onto the post. And with 3 minutes to go, whew, we are not done here. Hold on, please, boys. Ali. Towards now the right-hand side. Mason Holgate, just send that towards the line so Reece Nelson can chase it. And now we need to just keep the ball in play, Reece Nelson. Nothing, it's silly. Holgate, crossing, deep. Alban Lafont comes to collect. And he's brought down in the process. We need to get back and defend, though. As this will be the last chance saloon for France. But there's not enough time. England have done it. And the final game of our Road to Glory career mode has come to a close. We have now won the World Cup with England. The European Championships with England. And everything that we possibly could win with Crew Alexandra. It's been a very, very eventful series, the last 84 episodes. Thank you for sticking through it with me. If you did enjoy it, of course, thank you all so, so much for the support. And I'd appreciate a like on today's episode. Still one more episode, though, to come. And that will be us rounding it up, giving the player of the series and all of that good stuff. It wasn't quite as long as FIFA 17's version of our Road to Glory series. But, hey, listen. Doesn't matter. We did the business. And as Dele Alli goes to step up and take the European Championships, we are now World Cup winners and European Championship winners. Let's just enjoy the moment. And that is that then, ladies and gents. 2-1 win against France in extra time of the European Championships ends off the series. That's the final game we're going to play. There was a lot of current and ex-Crew Alexandra players on the on show there at the European Championships. Kind of cool to see them all littered about. Of course, Italy, Donnarumma. France, there was, of course, Kylian Mbappe. But, boys and girls, that's how we end off the series. One more episode to go where we'll take an overall, should I say, look at the team and all that sort of good stuff. So we'll take out all the players, their stats, and all of that such things. And we'll end off the series, and then we'll move into FIFA 19. So 14 more days to go until FIFA 19. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Hit like if you did enjoy it, and I'll catch you all again with another video very, very soon, guys. See you all then. Adios.